What's going on, guys? My name's Poirier, this is Poirier Plays, and today we're going to check out Vampyr. I would love to get a new shirt. Like if I could, I don't know, maybe shower, change my clothes, now look like I've been rolling around in a sewer, that'd be great.
Where are we headed?
No idea.
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back.
Oh my
I
god.
will tell you, she values her privacy. For Londoners peaceful
Values
she
her
appears from the middle
privacy.
of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you
Fantastic.
work, Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reid.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reid, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so you know me.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reid.
Dr. Reid.
Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research.
This guy's fangirling over me. It's great.
England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let
Why
me
are we
begin.
parked in the middle of the... He needs a hospital!
My staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician, I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this...
Affliction.
affliction.
Dr. Reid, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed.
He's trying to give you a
And have
cover,
place to
dude. Just
hide.
say
I
yes.
even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Oh, thank God, close.
So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Right, okay. Load screens, I'm staring at load screens. Not anymore. Come on. Come on. Let me get to the gameplay.
Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Jesus.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reid here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent. And one
I like
so
his
experienced
jacket.
in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
He doesn't seem to have any, like, sense of urgency, like, at all. Dude is sitting there dying on the steps, and he's like, I'm just gonna shake this guy's hand for a few more seconds. I just want to touch him a little bit longer. Whatever. Alright, so. What am I supposed to be doing? I feel like I should go save this person.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Okay.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
I will.
Please. You've lost too much blood.
No, it's not gonna be
Calm
worth it.
yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
It's true. Don't be a dick.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor.
I
Dr.
am a
Jonathan
doctor.
Reid.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Alright, blood quality. The blood quality indicates how much XP you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you get. Mesmerize. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them to lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerize level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press L1 to mesmerize Clay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Okay, so I'm supposed to bring him somewhere where nobody can see me. What red trail? I didn't see a red trail. Do you see a red trail? I mean, everything is just red to begin with. Ah, there it is. Okay, I see it now. Alright. Blood temptation. Press X to embrace Clay Cox or circle to release. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about Citizen and collecting their hints will increase the experiences gained. I'm gonna let him go.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Yeah, but I gotta get him to a hospital. Follow me to the hospital. Whatever. Alright, whatever. Just sit there. That's fine.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished
I'm
hunter
not
can run
famished.
It's locked.
How do I get into the hospital? Can I go up the stairs now? I should be able to go up the stairs. Alright. Chillax, homie.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
Well then.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit.
Of course it
I'll
is.
ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Excellent.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reid. Your office has been prepared.
Thanks, Dorothy. I have a few questions for you.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
That's fair, considering what he's witnessed.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Okay.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Okay.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor.
Second
My
floor
name.
of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Sweet. Thanks.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full. Please go back home. That sucks. Alright. Even got people outside. Good lord.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
Again,
new
with
surgeon
somebody not
here.
looking at me.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about
This is
sir.
annoying.
I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did
Thanks.
he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research.
Really?
He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun.
It's true.
Hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor.
Whoa, what is that supposed to mean?
These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Do I get anything good out of her? Nothing yet. Alright.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Sure it would be.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
So it's not an old guy. He's an old guy, but the
Nurse
picture
Brannigan,
makes it
if
look
you
like he's
do
not an
know
old guy.
something,
I don't know.
please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
All right.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, let's go into the hospital, I guess. Talk to this guy. Look at the... Can I look at the poster? You're in the way.
Good evening, sir.
I don't want to talk to you. You're in the
I'm
way.
Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reid.
Dr. Reid?
The ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's
Wow.
quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reid. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reid. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, really?
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
That's fair.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job. But
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it, you know. It's a thing. Not a big deal.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
That's not good.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Personal questions, hint required. Let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
It's got screws. Milton's shotgun. Jesus. It's a little rich for my blood, so we'll worry about it later. Alright. Blake City, Blake U. Life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the blank of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. Blank.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
My research.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reid, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained
What did he
nice
say?
and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Okay.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Okay.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reid. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Interesting.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
What is the general situation?
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This game is way slower than I would want it to be.
Gangs and the Dockers Trade Union.
It's kinda boring.
Wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their
It's
leader.
the conversation simulator.
Who leads the gang now?
Hopefully it gets
Since Clay
better.
Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance
Hopefully
of her
it gets
minion,
better.
Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually.
So tired.
William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Huh.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Worked on me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Alright. Let's, can't go in there, that's locked. Most people don't matter. All that crap has got me to go upstairs. Do not cough in public. Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from the nose and throat. Do not cough in public. Don't do it. Anybody over here worth talking to? Probably not. Anybody? That's outside. It's also outside. Alright, let's just go up to my office.
Good evening, sir.
Doctor.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Nothing.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
How about you? I want to talk to you.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reid. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune.
I'm so famous.
An honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reid.
Thanks.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reid. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
Jesus.
I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Fanboy.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need my help?
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the
So...
errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reid.
I mean, I will.
But
You give me a quest, I'll do it. I'll do the quest.
What with your reputation,
I wouldn't mind doing a
dare to
quest.
refuse the products I need.
If I could do a quest and not just sit here and talk to people, that would be great. Can I have a quest, please? Please give me a quest. Please. Pretty please.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
I'm using powers on him.
A patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reid. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
It's true. Let's hear this guy's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
You gonna give me more information than that? Like, that would be great, man. No? Alright, okay,
Goodbye,
fine.
Strickland.
That's cool. I don't need any info at all. That's A-okay. You did me a favor by giving me no information. This one maybe? I think I'm over here. What's over here? Shotgun? Oh, it's a hacksaw. I mean, I'll take it. I don't know why I thought it was a shotgun. Anything good in here? Does not look like it.
This must be the place.
That might.
It's definitely
Does it have
away
my
from
name on it?
prying eyes.
Yep. Okay.
Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Get it? Because vampires stereotypically sleep in coffins. Get it? Thanks for coming out, guys. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and click that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss anything. I put out new videos Monday through Friday.